Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. We'll take you backward before we take you forward. We'll let you know what's going on in one of the tightest leagues top to bottom in soccer in this hemisphere. Get you all the news and notes and player awards for the month, and all of the hardware that got passed out as well before we get you ready for the week that will be. Full week, and we also have action in the midweek to get you ready for action on the weekend. A full schedule, not to mention matchups after the full weekend in the midweek next week. We'll get you ready for the next 7 days. Last Saturday, Chattanooga Red Wolves, Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Point for the home side as Jimmy Weekly is now on the touchline. Trevor Ammon scored at 45+1. Ropapa Mensah scored at 90+3 in front of the crowd of just over 2,000 for Chattanooga and Northern Colorado to share points in that one. Forward Madison gets a 1-0 win at home against Central Valley Fuego at Breeze Stevens Field. Warner Park in Papillon, Nebraska, Union Omaha put the number down on Richmond Kickers. Final by the score of 4-1. J.P. Searcy scored in the 24th. Miliana Terzaghi scored in the 39th to even things up, but the rest of it was all Murder Owls. Noe Meza in the 49th and a brace from Dos Santos, 68th and the 79th. 4-1 final, Union Omaha over Richmond Kickers. In match of the week, Regal Soccer Stadium, it was One Knox, who has a very, very busy week on their hands. We'll get into that coming up in just a bit. One Knox hosting North Carolina FC. Here's your highlights, and there's a lot of them, courtesy of our friends at USL League One, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
The second of three matchups between North Carolina and One Knoxville. We are underway at Regal Soccer Stadium. Aaron pass, McLaughlin. He gives it up. Here comes North Carolina. They put it in. A diving save by Lewis. North Carolina not done, and Rafa Menzigan back touch. Alex Anderson, he scores. Wow! It didn't take long. The reigning USL League One Player of the Week breaks the seal, and he does it in minute number 4. Check this out. Sean Lewis could not control the rebound. Menzigan to Anderson. Menzigan puts it in. Anderson double covered. Callum Johnson pokes it away, and that strike goes high. And Jake Keegan didn't even give it a leap. Callum Johnson can't get it back. Perez pushes ahead. Alex Anderson, he's got some speed, and Sean Lewis collides. Lewis is down. But now, the question is, how's Sean Lewis doing? Lewis has been the common denominator for One Knox, and his twin brother, Gabriel, played soccer at Stony Brook with Gustavo. Maldonado finds Anderson, has a step on Chrysler, gives it up. Here's McLaughlin with the left, he misses high. But here a free kick. James Thomas will line it up. Put it in the box. Here's some pressure on Saunders. It's popped up with the head. It's in! Wow! Jalen Chrysler at the apex. The noggin, the score. And that's the equalizer in the 31st minute. James Thomas got it started. Pop it up. See what happens. And Chrysler at 6'4". He's the lone goal scorer, his first of the season. Now it's Jessen Vanderploum. Playing for his college coach, Mark McKeever at Young Harris. Good ball ahead. Jake Keegan. It's a foot race. He's got it. Who's there to help him? There's the cross. There's the shove. Oh, wide open net and a score! Saunders was off his line, and One Knoxville regains the lead. It's 2-1. Puts One Knoxville ahead. Jake Keegan was just waiting for someone, anyone. It looked like it was going to be Callum Johnson, but instead it was Frank by Louis Perez. Really smart play by the Stanford product. Just waiting and anticipating that contact. Expand upon their club record, 5 consecutive matches without a loss. North Carolina trying to avoid a loss for the first time since June 10th. It's Waldeck with the left. He puts it up, and it's wide right. Slide tackle, it was clean. Luis Arriaga, the 22-year-old, trying to keep this one alive, and now we've got a whistle. Menzigen, and a yellow card issued on, I believe it's James Thomas. Okay, North Carolina tied up before the halftime intermission. Lou Young upends Johnson. But Johnson works it ahead for one Knox, and Frank Ross thought he had a run at 6'4". Pops it up. They go back post. It's cleared away, at least for the moment, with the left. That one goes way high and wide right. Frank Ross. Big shove. Villalobos extends his arm, and now McLaughlin is down. Just as Villalobos got off the ground, he's going to get booked. Salvages the 1-goal advantage over North Carolina, at least for now. Here's the cross, off the crossbar, deflection. Olex Anderson nearly had another score. Cross came, Anderson waiting for it. Left boot touch crossbar in this match so far between the two sides. Menzigen, back touch. Goes to DJ Benton. Plenty of space to operate. There's the cross. Who's home? Oh, a score! That's the equalizer! It was Garrett McLaughlin, his third goal of the season. In the 61st minute. DJ Benton got it started. McLaughlin left alone. Sean Lewis pays the price. Frank Ross, hot pursuit. Man down, it's Mikey Maldonado. Back in the box they go, off the cranium, and David Garcia could not sneak it past Sean Lewis. Regain the lead. Chris Lou Young couldn't catch up to it. Danny Fernandez is upended, and he's in pain. Yellow card. On a head-to-head collision, which eliminated Daniel Navarro from this match, David Garcia came in to take over, and now on the midline, another collision, another yellow card. Make it Vanderplow. They go left side of the box. It's loose. Ilya Illich, he rockets it wide right. O'Hearn keeps it in. Nifty move. Oh, and a foul. Mikey Maldonado, a yellow card. He's sent off. Signed his first contract in March. Has not given up a goal. And Tor Saunders instead, and now a yellow card. Jalen Chrysler is the culprit. Sean Lewis in a hurry. One Knoxville and North Carolina draw 2 apiece.
Point shared at the end of the day from one Knox and North Carolina FC. Sunday, you had the one match, Charlotte Independence hosting Lex SC at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Charlotte, your winners by the score of 2-1. One game in the midweek, Northern Colorado rebounding from the 1-1 draw on the road in Chattanooga, played in Knoxville on Tuesday. So Saturday, killed some time. Sunday, Monday, worked your way up the freeway, got to Regal Soccer Stadium on Tuesday, 4-2, and it was hailstorm out in a hurry. Trevor Ammon scored in the 8th, Rendon in the 20th, Angelo Kelly scored in the 34th and the 54th to try to balance things out, but a brace from Rendon in the 20th and the 50th. And one Knox was chasing. It was 3-2. It was 3-1. Angelo Kelly scores in the 54th after his goal in the 34th to make it 3-2. And then a goal late in the 90th minute puts it away. 4-2 your final in front of just over 2,200 at Regal Soccer Stadium in Knoxville. So that sets up how things are in the standings after the previous week. Hailstorm on top, and they're slowly catching up with the matches that they've had in hand unbeaten in their last 5. 3 of them are wins, by the way. 8-1-5 in their first 14. 29 points so far in their first 14 matches. Forward Madison has played 2 more. They've got 28. They've won 4 of 5. North Carolina FC hasn't been keeping pace. They've drawn 2 of their last 3, 27 points. Charlotte Independence at 26 points. They've lost 3 of their last 5. They've only won 1 in their last 5. Richmond Kickers, they are hitting each of the 3 columns independently in their last 3 matches at 24 points. Greenville Triumph right now at 22 points. A lot of folks at 22 points. Greenville Triumph, unbeaten in their last 5. Union Omaha, following in Greenville's footsteps, has 1 less win and are behind in goal difference. Knox, also behind in wins. They have played 17 matches. They are behind in goal difference as well. Greenville would be team number 6 in the playoffs right now as things stand. Get you to team number 9, South Georgia Tormenta. They have lost 2 of 3. They're at 18 points. Lex SC has lost 3 in a row. They're at 14. Chattanooga, with the draw, they've drawn 2 of their last 3. They're at 13 points. Central Valley Fuego, they have lost 5 in a row, and they are at 3-11-1, 10 points so far in the season to date. News and notes and everything else that's going on. Player of the Month, no surprise, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball, someone who's won it before. Emiliano Terzaghi voted Player of the Month for the month of June. Richmond Kickers 7 and Emiliano Terzaghi's 5 Player of the Month recognitions, the most in league history for both a club and a player. League's all-time leading scorer, first player in league history to surpass 50 goals with his 5-goal June, responsible for all 5 of Richmond's goals in June, won 15 duels, 10 fouls, 10 recoveries, 2 PKs, 2 penalties earned to go along with his 4 chances created. And with his productive month of June, all-time leading scorer set all-time league records for penalty goals scored 12, penalties won 9, received 42% of a weighted poll that included the technical committee and an online fan vote at USLLeagueOne.com. Garrett McLaughlin from North Carolina FC finished second at 19.2%. Liam McKinnon from Greenville, third at 18.2%. Atiz Diouf from Lex SC at 16%. Billy King of Northern Colorado just north of 4%. And so, Emiliano Terzaghi, no real surprise. Let us know if you've heard that one before. Player of the Month for the month of June. Coach of the Month for June, it's Matt Glazer from Forward Madison taking the helm. It's the most productive month. Gets the first Coach of the Year honor for him. Club's first honor since April and May of 2021, and obviously it's the first for Glazer. Mingo's racked up a league-best 12 points in June, the most productive month since taking over the helm at the beginning of the 22 season. 4-2 June, Madison either led the league or was tied for the lead. Wins, 4. Clean sheets, 3. Goals scored, 9. And 1-2 at home and 1-2 on the road. He was selected as the League One Coach of the Month by the USL League One Technical Committee. Once again, congrats to Matt Glazer, the head coach at Forward Madison. Team of the Week for Week 17, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Trevor Ammon was voted as Player of the Week, secured his second career Player of the Week nod for all the work that he has been able to do. Reigning Player of the Month, Golden Boot leader, with a 27-minute brace to secure the comeback win over Charlotte Independence on Independence Day before bagging his 11th league goal in the season in a 1-1 draw with Chattanooga back on Saturday. Omaha fittingly lead all sides with 4 starters on the Team of the Week with their 4-1 win over Richmond. Charlotte, Northern Colorado have multiple starters on the list. So let's run it down. Rashid Nuhu, Union Omaha's in net. Dion Akoff from Union Omaha's at the back, along with Jalen Chrysler from Knox, Mitch Osmond from Forward Madison. Midfield 4, Arthur Rogers from Hailstorm, Miguel Ibarra from Charlotte Independence, Tresor Mbuyu from Independence, JP Searcy from Union Omaha, and up top it is Ammon, Steven DeSantos from Union Omaha, and Dane Kelly from Charlotte Independence. Your bench, Burns Shipman from Forward Madison, Bruno Rendon, Northern Colorado, Jordan Skelton from Knox, Joe Brito from Union Omaha, Rafa Mensingen from North Carolina FC, Valentin Sabella from Northern Colorado, and Atez Diouf from Lex SC. So that's your rundown of Team of the Week for Week 17. Unified Soccer Series is coming to the USL Summer Showcase. Very, very cool to hear that. And it was an article that's up at USLLeagueOne.com, and it's a conversation that Union Omaha and their GM Peter Marlette had with Special Olympics Nebraska. He wanted to create a unified soccer team, and it goes from there where the Bujos get to face Colorado Springs Switchbacks unified team at the USL Summer Showcase. So a very, very cool article as those two teams will meet on August 9th at Widener Field in beautiful downtown Colorado Springs for the USL Summer Showcase. And it will be Switchbacks, FC Tulsa on the spotlight for the game in front of 200 execs as they visit Colorado Springs for the annual midseason meetings. A lot to discuss there as well. We covered that on SDH on Wednesday morning, so you can go back and listen to the second hour of the show. Bart Keeler from the Soccer for USPOD came and joined. We talked about the announcement and the story that came out in The Athletic from Jeff Reuter and Tom Bogert about the future for USL and what they are looking at trying to do, and it should be voted on when they get to Colorado Springs in early August. So we'll keep an eye on all of that going forward. Don't forget, as always, go to the social media directory, like, follow, be a part of the conversation on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram, and also on USLLeagueONE.com. You can get geared up in the fan zone for USL League One and get ready for all the information that you need when it comes to what's going on in the league in and of itself. Now, let's take a peek at schedule and juice boxes upcoming for the action in USL League One. And with the activity that we have in USL League One, you're looking at a whole lot of stuff that is there. And USL League One has a very, very busy grid. We mentioned that Northern Colorado 4-2 win. They were a plus 135 on the road at the soccer stadium there at Regal Soccer Stadium in Knoxville. So matchups coming up in USL League One. We mentioned how busy the weekend is going to be. Saturday, 7 o'clock at Paladin Stadium on the campus of Furman University. Greenville hosting Knox. Forward Madison is at WakeMed to play North Carolina FC. City Stadium and Richmond Kickers. They are hosting Charlotte Independent, 7:30 at Tormenta Stadium, South Georgia Tormenta, and Chattanooga Red Wolves. 9 o'clock at Future Legends, it's Northern Colorado hosting the Murder Owls of Union Omaha. 10 o'clock at Fresno State, Central Valley Fuego hosting Lex SC. Tuesday, the 18th at Regal, it is Knox and Union Omaha. So Union Omaha, in short order, goes from a Saturday road game in Colorado, having to catch a couple of flights and make their way to Knoxville, Tennessee for a match on Tuesday the 18th. Wednesday the 19th, Charlotte Independence hosting Greenville Triumph when it comes to activity. 7 o'clock at American Legion Memorial Stadium, Charlotte, and the Triumph. So if you are in market and can catch these matches in person, please do. It's one of the tightest leagues that is around here in this hemisphere. If you're in market and can't, follow along on your local provider. If you are in market or out of market and can't be there in person, you can follow along on local providers, or you can follow along on ESPN Plus, the home for the video versions of the games when it comes to USL League One all season long. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Thanks for hanging out with us. That's your rundown of everything going on at a very busy time in USL League One.
There can be only one